Hiya, hiya. Joey Reynolds. I'm getting ready for Thanksgiving Day Parade. Got to go back to New York with my new concept. I'm going to float alone. Yeah, I will be alone too, won't I? No, they're going to actually have this parade, and thousands and millions of people are going to watch it, but thousands are going to be lining the streets, and nobody going into the store to buy anything. See, that's what Macy's really wants you to do. Forget the parade. Go in there and shop. They have that Black Friday. Every day is a black day on CBS. The CBS understand that if you push black agendas, that all you do is piss off the people who really are mean-spirited, anger-based, and they give them a cause. You get them all riled up. See, we have to be colorblind. That's the place to be ideally, and you get there by understanding that we're all in this together. And it isn't about anything in particular except we're all, I love the black churches used to say, we're all God's children. And, you know, we're all under this umbrella of being human beings. And you know what? Listen, if you're black, if you're short, if you're tall, if you're gay, if you have anything that's different than another person, you're gonna outgrow it. But you know the one thing that you're all gonna have to face, and I'm in it, it's age. That's the one thing we all have in common. You know, if you live long enough, you're going to be aged. And when you're aged, you're not going to be like fine cheese or wine. You're going to be whining, all right, about the high cost of leaving the planet. That's the cost of a funeral. They even want to charge you to turn you to dust. I mean, even the gravitational pull doesn't want to do this free anymore. The Neptune Society, I used to live in Palos Verdes, and we had the Neptune Society right down the street where they throw the ashes into the ocean and make a wish. I was wishing I would be Republican so that I would be rich, and then I was thinking I'd rather be a Democrat so I could have sex. But somewhere in the middle is where you want to be. You know, you want to row your own boat because, you know, we come into this world alone unless there's some unfortunate accident, and you leave alone. And I'm responsible all of my life for myself. I make these choices. And we all think, oh, the therapists always say, well, you have plenty of choices. Yeah, the choices do not pay you. That's what I told her. Why do I have two therapists? You know, one for each personality. That's it. I have many of those. I love these films that are about zombies, you know, thinking that we're going to come back and be the Walking Dead. Now, those are Republicans and Democrats. The Walking Dead. Where did you get that from? Whose imagination? And, you know, Stephen King used to listen to me. Now, you know, they're going to probably not let this tape go. Excuse me. Last time I mentioned his name on my video, the estate, well, he's alive. They blocked it because I'm exploiting his work by using his name. I mean, this is not Jesus. This is Stephen King from New England, who used to listen to me on the radio. I was poisoning his mind along with half of America when I was on the air. Listen, you know, my show was very popular with a lot of people who came out of this whole thing as adults. That's what happens. Then you get old. Now, what happens when you get old? Then you start a foundation, or you leave. If you don't have anybody in the family, then you build some sort of a memorial or something that is something you leave behind. You know. Speaking of leaving behind, that's what happens. You know, listen. Everything's so mixed up. I was going to go on a Disney cruise for breast augmentation. These are things that really don't go together. A lot of things don't go together. As you know, I've talked about this before. I talk about everything before. But, you know, we bring everything up on this show, and I wanted to tell CBS, stop pushing the black agenda. Why? Because you're pissing off the white people who don't care, and the ones who really want to be mad and mean. And, you know, just let it go. Let it be, John Lennon's saying. You know, let it be. It's fine. Black folks are given complete run of the planet in any way they want to. So are white people, so are Asians, Chinese people. We're all given complete run. We make our choices. And you got to figure it out. That's part of it. You know, I mean, not having a group of people. Now, I will say that there's been a lot of things wrong, including, well, we can start with the Indians, but let's not go there. Yeah, let's go there. You know, I mean, we've really done a lot of things wrong as a culture. We used to burn witches because women shouldn't have the position of a man. That's what that was. At the turn of the century, we had no voting for women. You know, I mean, we've gone through a lot of things. That's graduation. You know, I mean, I'm happy I wasn't here for all of that. I don't want to be a guy who wore a wig. That's what they did in those the parliament. They wear wigs. Yeah, man, now men just dye their hair or don't have any. It's just, the world is like the thing the black community says that I love. The one saying that I love more, the black community, the separatism, the ism says what it is. In other words, it is what it is. You come to accept it. That's why. Nobody wants to talk this way, like I'm talking right now, because you got to be crazy to talk this way. First of all, there's so many people who will be mad about anything that sounds like it's about color, or they're trying to find some flaw in the white gene, or the Italian gene. What makes him a thief? Why do Italians steal? Italians don't steal. Italian movies show us stealing. Because we're victims of the media, and the people who are the real culprit in all of this is the radio and television. You want to know? And they're not going to carry me. I don't care, because I'm not going to carry them either. See, they are the ones who give us all this information. Now let me explain. When you get into social media, you got your information somewhere. Where'd you get it from? What makes you qualified to talk to someone, text someone, talk to them, exchange views, when you haven't experienced something? And you Google it? You think Google is like Yoda? No, Google is some machine that was fed ideology by some mastermind race. I don't know where that is. But we learn from each other on the media. And the media is absolutely a poison spreader, because it's only there for one reason, and that is to make money. But isn't everything these days, and isn't that an objection on a lot of us, is that everything is geared to making money first? Now, we should all make profit. That's very capitalistic. It's capitalistic. I believe in that. I think you should be paid for your work. And I think fairly, too. I also think that you have to come to the place where kids have to figure it out, and you have to let them go. I've had to do that. I'm doing it with the grandchildren right now. You don't let them go out into the world alone. That's not what I mean. You have to let them exercise what they have in their heads from the family system. And so back to this black thing again now. See, CBS is pushing the black agenda because they own BET, the black network. They've got their hands on Oprah. They got Gayle King in the morning. And they got another black guy there in the morning. Everybody does now. Everybody's joined in, which is fine. That's fine. What I'm objecting to is every story is about the slavery and the racism and all. What about the success of the race itself, interlocking with each other, white and black? What about the integration? That's what we need to be celebrating, and that's what Martin Luther King was about. Incidentally, if you want to reference someone, he was not about segregation. And if you build a black society of successful people, then it's just another club, another gang, and that's what we have to stop doing. White, black, tall, short. My favorite tall men's shop is in Toms River, New Jersey. There's a little card on there. My friend Tom Chauvin, who weighed about 600 pounds, God rest his soul. Tom showed me the card once. I forget the name of the store, but it says, this is a big man's shop. Big man's shop. Got more X's than a flour sack, as they used to say. Does anybody know what a flour sack is? So, I've outgrown my usefulness of information. So, Tom, who was that big, it was wide, he gave me the card from that store. And the motto on the card was, if it don't fit, we don't give a shit. And I always loved that. I thought that was my favorite motto. You're not going to see that on a billboard, but you may. We're getting more daring with everything. I mean, we test the water and see what we can get away with, just like kids. Kids do that with parents. And if you don't have boundaries, which is what this country has, see, we're building borders, not boundaries. We need to build boundaries. Don't go over here, don't go over that. That doesn't mean I can't talk about what I think or feel. See, that's the whole object of it, is to put everybody at the same table, get it out in the open, and then you heal. You heal when you put it out there. You know, you're only as sick as your secrets. And if you're harboring a cause or harboring something that you are thinking, like I am right now, and I'm expressing it, see, and you're putting it out there for everybody to examine and say, hey, this is what I believe, this is what I think. I may be wrong. I'm open for new understanding. I want to start my organization. I was going to call it New Clear Thinking. That's what I'm starting. That's what I want to have, nuclear thinking. And I'm trying to put that into the media and my fellow brothers and sisters and dogs and peacocks. You know, I'm trying to get everybody to understand that whatever you put on the air, art imitates life. That's why you have a lot of these acting out crimes. You know, if we're going to live in a life of presenting crimes, you're going to have a reaction from people who are not wise enough to make judgment that this is not what you should do. And if you are so frustrated that you need attention, you shouldn't be shooting 6 or 7 kids in your school. That's the disease. And boy, we got it. Ask the people of Colorado and Aurora high schools. You know, nobody got killed, but a lot of people got hurt. And you know, I don't know if we're going to keep in our conscience, even with the COVID, how many people got killed. But let's talk about how many people got hurt. From those being killed, and from those who actually are still carrying something that they have no understanding of. You know, everything is everything. Nothing is biodegradable in the human mind. I don't think it ever goes away until you release it, and you have to do a lot of work to do that, and then maybe never forget. You know, like I always say, you know, I have the elephant's memory. Speaking of that, that's what they're going to have in the Macy Day Parade. They got an elephant. Isn't that a Democrat or a Republican? And they have a donkey, and they should actually have, for all of these guys, an alligator. That's the one that should. Yeah, it's a so far you know who I am, you know where I'm at, and don't get mad at me. If you point a finger at someone, there's 3 pointing back at yourself. It's a Reynolds wrap.